Hello everyone, welcome to the Pequeño pod with Señor Pequeños. If you want episodes early, bonus episodes, special guest interviews, and other perks, please consider supporting us on Patreon, which will give you all of those things for the price of one coffee cup per month. You can find us at patreon.com/pequeñopod, P-E-Q-U-E-N-O pod. Otherwise, enjoy this free episode, and I hope you have an awful day.
The toilet is calling.
Toilet was calling.
Would you answer for $1 million?
That's my toilet. Sorry, I'll be right back.
That's my toilet.
It's just like opera in the background. Come to me. You're like, what the fuck?
Feed me.
Ew!
It's just nice violin music and then like, feed me.
Father, I am famished.
Don't mind me. That's just my toilet. I'll be right back. Like, what? This is a science class. What the fuck is going on?
What do you mean your toilet?
What do you mean your
We're at the library.
You're not even at your house. You're in the same room I'm in. I can't hear it. What is going on? The person saying that looks down there on the toilet. Oh! We're fucking stupid.
You just sound schizophrenic. It's fine.
Oh man, I'm not even gonna get fired one day for like, it could be for stuff like this. There's gonna be like, look, you never did anything wrong, but fucking damn it, you're stupid. We're gonna have to let you go.
We don't think you're mentally competent.
And then I'm just gonna sit there for 3 seconds and then go, pardon me, that's my toilet calling. I gotta take that.
1 minute, 1 moment.
Like,
And then you shit on the desk.
And then just take a fat dump on the couch.
Big steamer.
It makes it a whole lot less of a power move that, like, it's really difficult for me to squat because of my knees. So I'm just like, hold on, let me get into position. You just hear my knee crack.
Dude, that's me. My joints are always cracking.
It'd be like Joe Biden coming in and shitting on your desk. Which these
a lot
days
of sweat and grunting.
A lot of not knowing where you are.
I got 2 cans of spaghetti sauce.
A lot of blood. A lot of dust.
It always comes.
I don't think Joe Biden shits. I think it's just an opening and like
The food comes straight out.
dust just falls straight out.
He just evaporates shit out of his body.
It's just like Thanos snapping his shit away. It's just like evaporating into the distance.
I feel like somehow all of our conversations always devolve into Joe Biden shit. Somehow, every time.
It's like, what are the degrees of Kevin Bacon, but it's just degrees of Joe Biden shitting himself.
We all know he does.
Dude, in 5 years, I'm calling it. We're going to get Joe Biden on this podcast. After all this time. Can you imagine?
He's like in prison.
All the Trump listeners are like, yeah, he would be in prison, right? I bet we could get Joe Biden on this podcast, because after he's president, I mean, no one's going to actually take care of him, right? I mean, do they want to?
Oh my gosh, his nursing home just stops taking care of him.
They're just like, look, we don't want him here, okay? He doesn't need... Joe, you're fine. Go home. Jill?
I used to eat lots of ice cream as a kid.
When I was a kid, the old people could just grab the kids. Why can't I grab the Joe, what are you talking about? Joe, stop holding that kid's head like a balloon. Enough. No, let him go.
Hold him like this.
And then they float. We all float down here. Joe, no.
Poor Joe Biden. He really just has no idea what's going on, does he?
The poor guy.
Really,
no kidding.
He's just not there.
Let's send him a letter and just be like... this is part of the president's job. You just gotta be on a podcast. It's like all the presidents do it.
He'd probably agree to it. He'd be like, "What? Yeah, well, why not?"
This podcast has been around since the first presidency. George Washington was on this podcast.
George Washington talked to my great-grandparents.
We're like, Joe, you remember listening to us on the AM back when you were a kid, right? Don't you remember? He's like, oh, yeah, I think I did.
In the pool where they grabbed my leg hair.
I think I heard you guys coming through my walls when I was a kid.
Oh my god, he's always been crazy.
It's not actually Joe Biden. It's just someone's grandpa. They're like, this looks a whole lot like him. You know, we just need someone to beat Trump, for fuck's sake.
It's Gary Busey.
What's the difference?
This whole time. Oh my god. I wouldn't doubt it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I thought he was just like this goofy old man, Gary Busey, but like I saw behind the scenes of him at like on the Howard Stern show or someone where he tried to assault like the female co-host. Did you ever see that?
No. I know he's like crazy.
And after I saw that, I was like, how can everyone just be like, ha ha ha, what a goofball? I mean, he like tried to hump her.
Because he had like a violent like accident, right? Like on a motorcycle back in the 80s, and that's why he's like that now. He wasn't always like that.
A violent sexist accident in the 80s.
Oh my god.
No, like he fell and he hit his head like super hard on concrete or something.
Oh
like
my
all my parents told me that. Like
so something happened because I mean
I remember watching The Apprentice as a kid, and I was like, haha, he's funny. And my mom's like, well, it's because of the accident. And I'm like, what's the accident?
Oh no.
Maybe we need to bring your mom on here. Don't let me see what. Sorry.
His teeth always reminded me of urinals.
Gary Busey teeth urinals.
Yeah.
That's the name of this episode.
That's just what they look like to me.
Everyone's just like, I'm just gonna stop this before I start it this time.
Why am I giving these people money?
We see our downloads just the reviews just start coming in like, I'm not clicking on this. This is not going on my history. I have a family. I can't lose my job. Like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
People who listen to this don't have families. They don't have friends.
I played this at a Starbucks and I got assaulted.
I'm kidding. Thank you,
this
everyone,
accidentally
for supporting
played out
us.
in class, and I got dunked in the Gary Busey urinal.
You got dunked. They threw you
Dunked.
like in a hoop. You were like.
I don't know what they call it. I didn't ask them as my head was in the toilet what it was called.
Oh,
Like
you got a swirly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah. My, this water feels good today. What's this called, by the way? What is this action called? What we're doing here today?
Shut up, idiot!
What would you call this? If you had to put a name.
Is this
getting
a dunk?
hints of
Am I getting dunked
nuts.
on?
Is this a dunk? Teacher walks in. Hey, doesn't even ask for help. He's just like, what do you call this? Shut up, nerd. Do it
Yeah,
again.
the teacher sees that it's Daniel being dunked in there, and they're like, oh, never
It's
mind,
just Daniel.
keep going.
Honestly, if it keeps him from talking for a few minutes, sure.
Oh my God.
Why not?
And then Daniel's like, the toilet is hungry, guys. It's hungry.
I need to feed him.
Feed it to me. Feed me to whatever. Fucking swirl me or whatever.
Swirl me, Daniel.
I'm so embarrassing. It's not even funny.
This is why you get swirlies, man. It's okay. It's okay.
Did I tell
You're
you?
an adult now.
That's
Now you
why-
can do it to children.
It's not my fault. I didn't say it. I was just asking for clarification. No big deal. Golly.
What are you thinking of?
We just turned into a Dora the Explorer episode with our listeners. What do you think? Do you see the insanity? Do you see me losing my grip
Is
on
God
reality?
real? She
Is this
doesn't
real?
leave the
Is
pause.
the simulation broken?
The pause is half an hour.
It's just 10 minutes of like fizzing silence, and everyone's like, "Are they dead?" Somehow it's over their radio, but they can see us. They're like, "Hold on." I'm really confused. I can see Nick staring at me through his GoPro. What is going on?
Yeah, they're commuting to work, and we're just projected on their windshield. Like
They look in the car next to him. It's just Nick going like,
every vehicle has.
Wake up! Wake up!
"Wake up,
Wake up.
sheeple! Wake up!" Next car passes by. It's just Juliana like doing a shit joke.
I'm shitting
Ah,
out the window.
poop! Haha, poop! You remember? And they're like, I think I've gone insane. This is.
They
I'm
drive
throwing
off a
poop
cliff.
out of them, like Mario Kart style. I'm just, instead of throwing bananas, I'm just like throwing shit. Like I'm full blown monkey mode.
One
I
star.
don't like that at all.
I don't like that either. One star.
Return to monkey.
Not a fan.
One star.
One thumb up.
One thumb up is pretty good. That's 50%.
Yeah, a failure. That's pretty good.
You only have 2 thumbs.
People are just listening like, dude, what am I even listening to at this point?
We're just
I'm getting
being mean to
lightheaded.
each other.
From all the fucking stupidity. I was texting you earlier, and I definitely had like the longest kind of, whatever you want to call it, heart palpitation, something. The longest
Oh,
one
yeah.
of those I've ever had, and I was a little worried there for a second. Didn't quite know what to do. I was also on the toilet, and so I was like, this
Oh,
can't
no.
be where I
All
die.
this!
This
Yeah, I was just
can't
gonna
be-
say.
Yeah, this can't be it because it's just no. No one's gonna. I will make sure I don't have a funeral somehow.
You know, like there's an episode of The Sopranos, and like their job is really stressful because they're gangsters, and one of the guys is really stressed and he's constipated for like multiple days from the stress, and then like he pushes so hard and then he has a heart attack on the toilet and dies. They're like, "Yo, where's Vinny?" And he's like not coming out of the bathroom, and then they go and open the door, and he's just like unconscious on the toilet, and they're like, "Oh shit!"
But literally.
Yeah.
Look, he finally pooped.
He pooped himself to death.
Yeah, he did it.
Give me the gabagool.
Yeah.
Give me the gabadoop. They just got the poop in their hands. Oh, look at
Oh
that.
no.
Spicy meatballs.
We're just gonna lose listeners from every nationality.
Good.
I posted
this
a
is
clip.
raw and unedited.
I posted a clip from our Harry Potter on our Instagram a little bit ago, and the first comment was like, "Great accents, guys." SMH. It's like, we are already offending people. I love it.
The one where it's like, British people lose their accents when they sing. So that's how you know they're faking the accents. So they're just pretending.
It's literally just people driving off the left side of the road right now. I'm totally done with this. Right? I'm not doing this anymore. No, this is it. Just the most calmest suicide you've ever seen.
Right.
Calls his mom. I'm not gonna be home for tea.
Yeah.
It's not even a squeal. He puts on the turn signal and then just
he's
drives
like,
off the bridge. People behind him
are
are like, "Thank you."
Yeah. Pardon.
How polite.
People watching are like, odd bloke in it.
No. He was always a bit funny, isn't he? He's just drowning there like, air, gotta breathe. Come on, breathe in, breathe out.
Move your arms, dickhead.
A bit mad.
He's just like flailing in the water. Like he's a bit mad, isn't he?
I need to clean the cheese dust off of my fingers. I'll be right back.
Don't make her rush, because she will just jump from the bathroom back in here and just crush her laptop just to make sure she gets back
her
on
skull.
That's terrible. You just see her dagger head on the fan, just boom, just like sits back. Fan's just turning.
No.
We're like, "Whoa, hey, you doing okay?" Fan just falls flat on her face. Just
Hello.
We're like, "Oh, whoa."
Hi,
Anyway, back to the Sopranos shitting.
I'm a DJ.
I can't. So that's actually an episode of The Sopranos.
I've never watched
didn't know that's what the. Yeah,
I really like The Sopranos. I haven't finished it because I was watching with my brother, but then he went away to college.
Aww.
But the episode was like, all right, I'm about to kill this guy because he's got like a higher position than me, and I want his position, and they're gonna kill me because this dude did a bunch of bad stuff. He killed like a hooker, prostitute lady or something, and
as you should. No.
yeah. Oh no, she was like
today's episode is sponsored by Colgate. Brush your teeth, you whores. Anyway,
okay, if you've seen The Sopranos, there's a lot of themes of that. They own like the strip clubs and stuff. Okay, anyways,
you said that's a theme. Did you say that's a theme?
What do you want me to say? They're
I
monsters.
don't know. I just think it's funny that themes are like, good
It's
things
all
you
the
should do in
organized-
life. And you're like, yeah, the theme is own a strip club.
Yeah, you should own a strip club.
Theme.
should own a strip
There's a
club
lot
and
of
kill them.
organized crime. Okay. So the guy is about to. They're like, we're gonna whack this guy, and then he's like, oh my god, they're gonna kill me. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna kill this guy when he leaves this meeting. But during the meeting, he dies from shitting himself, and the guy's like, oh, how convenient. And they're like, no, now we don't have anybody to fill this position. So the guy they were about to kill gets a promotion.
So
and
they
then
use
he's
him
like,
as a puppet.
Hey!
This turns into a comedy.
It's funny.
If anyone
It's
would
a
take
funny
his
show.
spot and they just wheel him around like like
Weekend
Joe Biden.
at Bernie's 3.
I still need to see that movie. I haven't seen it, but
I've
there's
never
a lot
seen it either.
I haven't seen. All I know is they're carrying around a dead person, and some people have been like, oh, and some people have been like, so I'm like, that seems like a movie I need to see then. Dividing people, must watch.
Daniel likes
Good
any
stuff.
movie that has controversial reviews on it.
When I see a thing come out and they're like, critics hated this and audiences loved it, or like the other way around, I'm like, well, I guess I have to see it then.
Remember the last episode I reference that one John Travolta movie where he played like a crazy fanatic guy or whatever. That movie's
I sort of remember.
bad.
Oh, how do I forget that? What's it called?
I think it's called The Fanatic, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I know the one you're talking about now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like obsessed with this. I think he's a movie director or something. And yeah, he's obsessed with the guy and he's really creepy. So it's very good.
So he's a fanatic. That's good.
And it's just very good because of his portrayal of a disabled person is very bad.
Oh no, he's a disabled. Like, what's his character?
He's like mentally slow, I guess, is the way to describe it. They never say what's wrong with him. What am I supposed to say?
No, I know. It's not you. I'm just imagining, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know why who would think John Travolta would have the finesse to really pull that off, you know?
Yeah, and then he's like, it's
'Cause
electrifying.
it's Johnny, dude.
Johnny, get this. You're slow. And he's like, okay.
That's basically how his character is in the movie. Yeah,
I think he's just a wind-up toy. I think he just gets wound up for 3 Redbox movies a year, and then he just sits in the corner collecting dust.
Oh, he's an interesting one for sure. Is he one of the Scientology ones?
I don't know. I've never heard of him being one, so he invented it. I wouldn't doubt
He invented
it. He doesn't believe in it. He just invented it.
All of the Scientology ones are weird. Like everybody.
I just know Tom Cruise is like the main.
Yeah, that's the only one I know.
And then who else?
I actually don't know. I bet you could Google and I bet we could find some because they have their own, like, they recruit people, right? And it's like Tom Cruise was like a big recruiter. I'm pretty sure I read a story once where like some actor was having a conversation with him and they realized it was like some kind of weird interview for the Church of Scientology.
Oh yeah, they put him up, like they ask him these weird question test things and like yeah.
Can you imagine Tom Cruise doing that? Just like, I don't even know. I can't do an
How
impression.
many gallons of urine
like,
can
hey,
you
Jeff.
produce in a month?
Hey, Jeff,
What?
nice burgers. And he's like, what do you think about the end of the world? And they're like, oh, all right, Tom. I have to stop you there.
What about aliens with tentacles? Would you worship them?
He just jumps on top of the couch. What would you say to spirit octopuses? And they're like,
What about goblins and ghouls?
What
What are your
about
thoughts on
gabagools?
goblins and ghouls?
What about gabagools?
Are you Italian?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I posted the video from the clip from another of our episodes where we're talking about Space Jam and the Clockwork Orange people in it. And someone was like, what do you have against the Clockwork Orange people? Did you get molested as a kid? And I was like,
Wait, what?
I was like,
what do you have against molesters? Were you molested or something?
Literally what they said. And then I just calmly responded. I was like, well, they are rapists in a kid's movie. And then he goes, no, I guess I didn't think about that way. And I was like,
what?
Oh, glad I could open your mind there, dude.
Wow.
I just love that it wasn't aggressive at all. He was just like, oh, guess I wasn't thinking with the brain. You know.
As one does.
If you're listening to this, one guy, I'm glad. I'm glad we could, come around on that topic.
Had a good ending. Wholesome ending.
Had a good ending. We'll see you again next time, I guess.
You know, it's Adam Driver's birthday this week.
Adam Driver's birthday's this
week. Dude, no one cares.
Oh, dude, why does everybody react like that when I bring him up? Every one of my
every
friends...
time I check the group chat, did you guys know that Adam Driver breathed in a new commercial? And it's like, yeah. Kidding.
He's the one person that you won't send like specifically memes on. You'll just send pictures of him to us for like no context, no reason.
There's
We're like,
no
thank
context,
you.
and I'm like, check this out. I was gonna send a video today, and the video was just captioned Adam Driver staring at you for 45 seconds, and it was just him staring into a camera, and I was like, no, they're gonna hate this. They're gonna fucking hate this.
Well, I wouldn't have hated it, but do you know how much I would have watched of that? Like how many seconds?
45.
Well, I was gonna crop out the
50.
part where it says
I would have
45
gone right
seconds.
back. What?
So you guys wouldn't have known how many seconds it was.
Is it just why it's a loop, you mean?
Yeah, it's just a loop.
Yeah, good. Yeah, see, I would have watched 2 seconds of that and been like, no. Or it's like you'll send us a thing that I feel like should have been a meme, but someone stopped halfway and just sent it as like Adam Driver. Like it's him with like the perspective, like he's shortened, like whatever. It's like he's pixelated, he's a little filled out, and that's it. And I'm like, I feel like we're missing the text on this or something.
Nope.
Some stupid thing like when you don't get to your locker on time and it makes it even more confusing. You're like, wait, What? It's just a picture of Adam Driver, dude.
And I said that that's how I am. Like every Jen, it's so wacky. I just talk about Adam Driver to like all my friends now, and they're like, you know what? I used to like him until you started doing this, and now I can't appreciate him anymore. And I'm like,
you've made people hate him.
Yeah. They were like, I used to consider him one of the greatest actors of this generation, and now like I see his face, and I'm like, oh, she's gonna come. She's gonna be coming right now.
There's somewhere there's a graph, there's a cross graph where people have seen that's like the more that Juliana likes him, the lower his sales go down.
Yeah.
The world is starting to hate him even more just because of how much she loves him.
Oh my god. I'm sorry,
2030,
Adam.
we're gonna see him in like a Subway ad, just grasping for pennies too.
And you see him doing it too, just as like this character was like, it's a foot long. What else do you want from me? It's just like it's a foot long, and everyone in the crowd's like your penis. And it's like, I fucking hate it here, son of a bitch. I want to fucking die.
This implies that he's doing it live.
Adam Driver doing live ads, dude. I would watch.
That's what
ads.
he did in the Super Bowl. Do you not remember that Snickers ad where they were like the first live commercial ever? Do you guys don't remember?
No,
this?
I've not seen that. What happened? When was
Can
this?
we just replace her? Can we just?
I'm gonna stop bringing him up now.
I'm kidding.
What happened? What was the Snickers commercial?
There were a bunch of ads, like promising. They were like, we're gonna have it.
What was that? I just coughed.
What was it? She starts explaining. Like you're gonna vomit.
That's exactly what it looked like.
I was coughing.
I was like,
so,
ahead. And then he's like, okay. So they had a bunch of ads, and they were like, "Oh, get excited! There's gonna be an ad that's the first live ad ever. We're gonna air it live during the Super Bowl." And they kept promoting it with all these ads for Snickers. And then when it was like, "All right, now time for the first live ad ever with professionally trained actor Adam Driver," and then like he comes in.
He was actually in a live ad, so I just called that out of nowhere. I've never seen this thing you're talking about.
He was, and then like
what?
It's a joke though. Like the joke is that he misses his cue, and then like he makes the whole set fall, and like it catches on fire, and like people die in the background or something. So
how have I missed this ad? That sounds hilarious. I was actually gonna say that before you came on. I was like, so what? Is the ad just like them messing up and the whole thing shits itself?
Yeah. That's the ad.
I've not seen this ad. Maybe they executed it terribly, but I really like the concept.
Yeah, it's Adam Driver. It is. So you know what? I can bring him up, and it's
Juliana's
relevant.
like, yeah, whatever. It's just because it's Adam Driver. It could be him doing anything. It'd be a great commercial.
Literally, if you guys like bring up a topic, I'm like, how can I relate this to Adam Driver in my mind? But I'm not going to say it out loud to you guys. But sometimes if it's related enough, I'll be like, oh,
hey,
did you guys know?
I'm like, hey guys, I'm sorry.
Did you say dogs?
I can't I can't do the recording next week because, my grandma died. We have a funeral. And she's like, how can I relate this to Adam Driver?
And I'm like,
she's like, who's still alive? Adam Driver. You know why I'm alive? Adam Driver.
We suffered with a lot of death in the Star Wars franchise.
Oh my gosh. You know what's funny is Star Wars was actually like the first time I'd seen Adam Driver.
Really?
And I was like, what is this all about, this Adam Driver thing? It's
all my friends were like, oh my god, like he took off the helmet. They're like, he's so fucking ugly. And I was like, yeah. Yes. Ugly. Ugly
boy. Ugly,
yes,
ugly boy.
Big nose, large, muscular. Ugly. Ugly.
Dude, the picture with
at the movies, he's like, yeah, dude, he's so ugly, dude. I'm sorry.
Yes.
It's just she just gets like unnaturally aggressive. She's just got the flash on the whole time in the theater. Someone in the back's like, please, you shut the fuck up. And she's like, I'll kill you all. Like,
that's like that sound clip where I don't know where it's from, but they always use it, and it's the crowd like yelling, and they're like, turn your phone up, shut the fuck up, and it's like, bum, 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 bum. Yeah.
I love that video. It's so much. It's like that Vine, what's the hockey Vine where the guy smashes the window and she's like, "Way to go, Carl," or whatever his name is.
Oh, the frisbee or something.
No. Like, have you seen that Vine? It's someone at a hockey game.
Oh, the old man.
And he's like, "Get the fuck over there!" He smashes the whole window, and someone in the back's like, "Way to go, Carl." I love it so much.
I thought you were talking about the one where, like, the old lady was filming deer in her backyard, and then the guy sneezes, and she's like, "Harold!"
Oh, that one. That was good, too.
Oh, what? I can't sneeze? It's illegal to sneeze?
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, what? I can't sneeze?" Yeah, okay. I remember that one. That's so funny. That's great.
An era of comedy will never get back.
Do you ever have, like, ideas for skits, but you just know that, like, you will never be able to make it the way it is in your head, so you're just like, I might as well forget it.
Literally every video.
I write them down.
I
write down the ones I think I can do, but there are some that I'm just like, this is never going to work. I need more than one person.
Yeah, same.
No one's ever going to want to do this.
I'm so bad at executing stuff, and then, like, all my Vines I used to make were always with other people, so, like, I'm really bad at just doing stuff on my own now, and I'm like, how can I execute this joke to make it funny? And then, like, I attempt it, and I'm like, oh, I'm really bad at recording stuff, like, the phone quality's bad, the lighting's bad, and I feel like this just ruins the joke.
She says this even though she was, like, my favorite person on Byte, but, you know, whatever.
Literally.
I just felt like, I'm like, this would be so much funnier if this wasn't my face in it. Like, that's how I felt every time I watched a video. I was like, God.
How do you think I feel?
No.
I don't even check, like, Clash.
Yeah, I've gone on there a couple times.
Daniel, whoa. Okay, hold on. Dude.
I'm sorry. I do this too much. Someone brought to my attention on Instagram, they, like, DM me, and they were like, every time you make a joke after it, you cough. Like, are you good, bro? And I was like, I guess I didn't really notice it before, but I don't know. Am I okay? I've had pneumonia this whole time.
Like, you don't want the uncomfortable, awkward silence after a joke, so you've just conditioned yourself to cough so you don't have to face the silence.
Fuck, okay, jeez. My therapist came on here. What the fuck?
I was joking,
the rest
but...
of the episode, Daniel's like, so
no, I was joking, but maybe there was some reality to that. Sorry.
I could see you both purposely being silent just so that I'd have to cough for 10 seconds to fill the gap. Just like... Yeah. Anywho, stop! You're too good at being serious. I can't make people laugh. I hate it. Now I can feel my face getting redder.
I'm so embarrassed.
The cheeks go to, like, full-fledged redness. It's all one color now. Woo!
I would much rather it be flushed. There's just, like, a distinct line on both sides, so it's like it looks like I went skiing and didn't wear sunblock like an idiot.
It looks like you have a cheekbones, like maybe it highlights the cheekbones. Yes. There you go.
Okay.
Look at the
These are my cheeks.
Oh,
are there bones in them?
I was reading about about this type of enzyme. I think I saved it.
What?
I was trying to make a sound where it was like if my face just got long all of a sudden, no cheekbones.
Sounds like a foreign animal from a different planet.
It was just slurping. It wasn't anything too bad, was it?
It was just slurping.
Yes, you have.
Okay, Daniel, this is what you have.
It's a white line on a fucking phone. What the fuck is that?
You have the ALDH2 squared 2, the super flusher variant enzyme. There you go.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I was reading about genetic conditions, and like it's not really like a condition; it's just like a genetic thing. So like people have a certain enzyme, and you have that one. It's the one that makes people red all the time. So
our whole family has it, and it's
that's it's called genetics. That's why your whole family has it.
Yeah, I just said that it's genetics. You fucking dunce. They said it's because, like, there's certain blood vessels that stop at this line in your face. And so these are the only ones that are affected. But above that line, they're just fine, I guess. I don't know. What are you doing? What are you laughing about?
She's like, this is the condition you have. This is the enzyme. You're like, you fucking dunce.
No. I was imitating her to me. No. I wasn't telling her that. She said it was... She said it was genetics, and I said, yeah, it runs in my family. And she goes, yeah, genetics, you mean? I'm like, I was imitating her to me.
He's so
I'm
nice.
not a bad person.
You're mean!
Look at him. He's mean. Yeah, the way it works is only the cells that are produced for your skin cells in your cheeks there, those are the only ones that express that gene, so all the other ones don't do it.
I could do the slurping sound effect again if you really want. Good.
This episode is gonna be half silence, Daniel, because you're being so mean.
I'm not.
Uh-huh.
No.
I'm leaving. Hard stop now.
No.
I'm done. I quit.
This is it.
Finally!
Aw, Nick.
She's finally gone.
Nick.
No more Adam driving.
The next episode, Adam Driver logs on. He's like, I'm being held hostage. I don't know why I'm here. She has me by the balls. She won't let go.
Yeah. She's lost it. She's absolutely lost it. One of my friends was like, dude, I'm actually concerned that this is like, your obsession is more disgusting than like a porn addiction. And I was like, what the F? What do you mean? There's such a big difference. And they're like, yeah, yours is like more sexual than porn. And I was like,
Unless you've shared things that we've missed. I don't know about that, but... and if you have, I don't want to hear them, honestly.
Is that it?
No, I'm glad you feel that you can be honest with us, because I am not going to tell anyone. Don't worry. I wanted to forget myself, but
I don't like that in my ear.
You don't like what?
You're
Me
so
whispering? I won't tell anyone. You don't like? Why is that?
You're embarrassing me. You're embarrassing me.
I am embarrassing you?
You're giving me chills.
Thump, you're making me blush. I'm already blushed. Yeah, you know, it's actually genetics. You know,
Oh no. Anyways, if I met Adam Driver, I feel like he should fear for his safety, so I will purposely never meet him.
Don't say that. I would hope to meet him someday. No kidding. I'm gonna get this close to shaking his hand, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, you're with that girl." No. I don't know how he talks, so I'm just.
I don't know how he sounds like a just dweeb. No, I'll see him and I'll be like, I want to climb you like a tree, and then he'll be like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Okay, Lively, if you do ever meet him, please don't say that.
I won't. I think
Or
I'll just be,
if you have to
I think
say
I'll
it.
just be too like shy. Like I'll just completely say nothing.
Good.
Just a limp
Good.
hand. Can you, hello?
That's the fucking
I would
human
just
brain.
stare. I don't
It's
even
the
think
human
I'd shake
brain,
his
the
hand.
survival mechanism kicking in. It's like if Juliana shares this, we're more than likely going to get shot. So we should probably keep this to ourselves.
Mhm.
But it's just balancing on the edge of her tongue. She's like, well, I would climb you in 5 seconds. You know, he's just like, what did she say?
One of his fans came to like
One of his
a
fans
veteran-
what? Ew. Sorry.
Why do you interrupt me?
Why do I exist? Continue.
It's because I'm a woman, isn't it? Anyways, so one of his fans came to a veterans event, and she was not a veteran. She just appeared because he was gonna be there, and she, like, carved into wood a figure of his dog and gave it to him, and he was like, oh, thank you.
Is she a serial killer? She didn't carve a picture of him. She carved a picture of his dog.
She carved his dog, Moose, I believe is it, and yeah, he was kind of like
his dog or his moose? Make up your mind.
he was like uncomfortable about it, and his wife was like, these fucking freak fans, and then all these fans got really.
His wife said that.
Yeah, like, the wife yelled at the lady and asked her to leave and was like, get out of here! And then she's like,
wife.
I don't need... Yeah, the
I like
wife...
how Juliana unconsciously doesn't even recognize her as his wife. She just says, you know, the woman. The woman that's with him that believes that she's his wife.
Joanne Tucker. She yelled at the fan and was like, get out of here, this is for veterans only. And the lady was like, I donated a lot of money to be at this event. And then she's like, are you a veteran?
So
and then
what? Yeah.
And
veteran.
Yeah, and then she's like, you're not a veteran, are you? And then she's like, no. And then so they made her leave. And then all the fans were shitting. They were so mad. They were like,
Why?
she said, why are they calling these fans creepy? All she did was fly across the world to another country at this event he was at and hand him a wooden figurine. It's not creepy at all. And I was like,
You wonder why rape culture continues to exist. It's because the majority of people still believe this, that like if you just put in a bunch of effort into something, you just deserve to have whatever you want because, you know,
Flattery.
she deserves to be there and harass them because she paid money and she went over there uninvited and stalked him and went in.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
And all the fans were mad and were like, his wife's a bitch. And I was like, dude,
No.
please calm down.
We are doomed as a fucking species. Jeez Louise, that's just ew, gross.
Yeah, stan culture scares me. Like, I hate the Taylor Swift fans. Like, Taylor Swift
great.
is like, you're like,
we go.
she's gonna go on
She
a
was
tangent.
gonna be our guest next week, and you just gotta go say shit like that.
You gotta cut it out, dude. Come on.
Well, I won't be on that episode because now I'm gonna start shitting on Taylor Swift.
Why? You don't like Taylor Swift? I don't really know anything about her, so maybe she's a bad person, but
I don't think she's a bad person. She's just one of those people who's like, no drama, love everyone, and then she's like, I'm gonna sing and remake songs that I made 10 years ago about my exes from 15 years ago so that it will start drama, so that my fans will stalk those exes and harass them for me.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah,
this
she's
is
a great
10-minute
person.
version, by the way.
okay.
Yeah, 10-minute version where I say like direct quotes of things that happened in the relationship about a scarf that he took from me. Go get him, Stans. Go get him. And I'm like, what the hell? And
Yeah.
That's the whole Jake Gyllenhaal drama, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so I was just
it's so
introduced to that
stupid.
from that short film because, so just for some context, I use Letterboxd, the movie review app, and I love it. Well, so that short film that came with that song, I forget what the song's even called, all some whatever, I forget. But like that in like 2 days or something crazy, it became the highest rated thing on the app. Like it surpassed Parasite. And so everybody was like pissed, I guess. But like, so I like saw it.
I mean, I heard it was well acted. But,
Yeah, it
like,
was
I
fine.
don't think that's deserving. It's just
But, like,
Taylor Swift stands like spamming things and then making like 10 accounts per person.
Right.
and
Well, so
crazy
this is
shit like that.
This is how stupid I am. So I didn't know several things. One, I didn't know this was an old song that she redid. I thought this was new. Two, I didn't know that this was based off something real. And three, I didn't know anything about this whole Jake Gyllenhaal thing. I still don't really know anything about her. It just seems
I don't
like
really know anything about it. I just see people harassing all her exes now, and I'm like, this is so dumb. But then because they're like men, okay, this is not to be like, ugh, I support men's rights. It's just like cringe to me
I get what
that
you're saying.
that she's like, I'm gonna bring back old drama and like
well,
just
especially
try
when
to keep bringing it up, and people are gonna be in love with it and really support it. But I'm like, how are
Yeah.
people not seeing this as kind of toxic? Like, if a man were
Yeah.
to do this, people would be like, get over yourself. Like why are you still so obsessed? Right?
Well, so I mean, how long ago was this? Like 10 years or something this happened?
10
And I'm not discounting that, like, so I mean, I saw the short film, and I'm not saying I believe or not believe whatever happened in it. So
Was it good? What's it about?
Well, I mean, so you watch it, and I mean, I've seen people act that way towards their girlfriends or boyfriends or whatever, and it's shitty. And if that's what he did to her, that sucks, and he's a dick. But also, like, I'm not defending anybody. I'm just saying bad people I've seen bad people become good people. And let's go with women, for example. Again, like you said, if it was the other way and it was a woman, I've got some friends that they've done similar things to people 5 years ago, and it was shitty, and I wasn't friends with, I didn't know them then. They were kind of different people. And like them thinking back on what they did to people, even though they've still, tried to apologize and make up for it, like they still did it. They still have to live with the fact that they treated somebody like shit, and they get like PTSD from it. And I'm like, so I don't think, you just don't know what's going on in someone's life. You don't know if they've become a better person and gotten past that. And if it was
Also, I feel like celebrities' maturity is like stunted in a way that normal people's aren't. If that makes sense, like all the guys in Hollywood. She was passed around like so many guys in Hollywood because I'm not really sure why she did it. That was her own business. So like everybody was like,
She needed new material.
she needed new songs. So like
boy.
she was doing that, trying to show that she was really mature, and then she was like, ew, I can't believe all these older guys used me. And I'm like, okay, well, even though they're older, they're probably like more immature than you, just because I feel like so many people in Hollywood are basically just like man-child people, so I feel like there were faults in both ends, and everyone's just like, Taylor Swift was a teenager, and I'm like, yeah, but like that wasn't the first man she'd dated. She dated other men too, so
I mean, I think just the moral of the story is, like, we are at the very bottom of the information chain. We're at the end of the telephone. We know nothing other than what people feed us, and so I just think it's not good to just believe one thing over the other when you don't know them. I don't know, because I just think that sets precedents that can be bad for people.
And then stans are like, kill him! Burn him at the stake!
That's the thing. Again, I saw it, and if that's what happened, that's really shitty they did that stuff, but people are like, I hope he dies. And I'm like, wow. I mean, like, I just think that's, like you said, if that's the stuff that this is creating, if it's creating a wave of people that just want him dead, how did that do anything good for the world?
Current girlfriend who has nothing to do with it, and they're like,
and you got people probably going after his family, and I mean, all kinds of things. And I don't know. I just think it's a mess. But again, I'm not taking sides. I could play both sides. That's the kind of the point. We don't know anything. But
even with Adam Driver stands,
there it is.
Here we go.
Fans will harass his wife all the time and like tell her to kill herself because she's married to him. But I'm like, aren't you happy that he has a wife that makes him happy? And like,
I'm pretty sure you said that you would kill her if you had.
No, I didn't.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I was kidding. No.
Pull up the screenshots.
No, I
would pull her limb from limb. And
Did you not say this on May 14th?
May 14th?
You said this 5 minutes ago before we got on the call.
No, I'm not, like, crazy like that. Like, I don't think anybody should, like, go threatening people or, like, telling people to kill themselves. Like, that stuff is ridiculous to me, but they always are like, she should jump out of a window holding their baby, and like, she's a terrible person, she's probably gonna kill their baby. Yeah, all the time. And then they're like, well, don't you think it would make Adam so happy if she killed their baby and killed herself? Like, all the time. And I'm like,
oh my gosh.
I'm like, he is never gonna fuck you. Calm down. Like, what is wrong with you people?
He's never gonna fuck you. He's gonna fuck me. So just calm down.
Yeah. Get over yourselves.
Get over yourselves.
Behavior just grosses me out. Like,
yeah.
It scares me. It scares me because that's a huge amount of people. It really
scares
me.
I don't want to be associated with those people. No. I'm like, this is.
Well, like,
but you are.
No,
like you said, there's a huge double standard too. I just don't think anybody. I don't think any fan should be harassing anybody, guy or girl. Yeah. But like, there was the whole. I don't know anything about it. Don't know anything about Adam Levine. Don't know if he's a dick or not. But if you've seen that in the news, that whole thing or that video. Where it's like, I would be terrified if I realized somebody jumped on stage and grabbed me. I would think I was going to die. Like, I would think it's a fucking grenade. You know what I mean? Like, people are insane.
Wait, what happened?
Did he push a fan or something?
And they do insane things. A fan jumped on stage and, like, embraced him. And he, like, jumped back and, like, pushed her off. And then, like, kind of shuddered. And everyone was like, fuck him into the ground. All these fans put him here. And she was just happy to see him.
Yeah,
and
that's how so many Adam Drivers...
What?
And it's like, again, if a man did that to a woman singer... They would be like, burn him at the stake. And it's like, you gotta just fucking pick one. And I think, doesn't matter how much you love somebody, you're an adult. Own it.
Like
it's wrong for you to jump. If a child came on stage, obviously you wouldn't act the same way. You'd, hey buddy, and you'd stop the thing, but they're not. They're an adult. And it's scary to have someone jump up on stage and grab you. It doesn't matter who you are.
It's creepy. Like, people are like, Adam Driver's not, like, appreciative enough of his fans. I'm like, just because he's not, like, literally humping you, like, where you stand, like, I'm sorry that he was busy and had to walk away when you were literally following him down the street of New York. Like, you're being freaky.
Yeah,
that's freaky.
Well, and what sucks is, so I didn't see it, but, like, I saw portions of it on the news, I guess, but he had, like, he made an apology video, or, like, not really, but, I mean, he was just saying, like, I don't actually hate fans, I just didn't like that someone, like, this is the fact that he had to do that and say, hey, I wasn't comfortable that someone jumped on stage and grabbed me, like...
I don't blame him because you hear about this happening. Like, even like the YouTuber Christina Grimmie. Remember when that happened?
Who?
Christina Grimmie. I don't know if you guys remember. I think that's her name.
No, I don't know who that is.
Popular YouTuber from like the emo stage, like growing up, like 2011, 2013, like around that era. She had like a meet and greet, and one of her fans came up to her and just killed her at a meet and greet.
You're kidding.
Psychos.
No, this was all over the news. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't blame artists for freaking out if like there's a fan.
Shit.
You don't know who's who. Like in that situation when someone comes and grabs.
But they're not a fan if they killed her, right? I mean,
so that movie, The Fanatic, that's literally what that's about.
What was the reasoning? Did they determine why the person did that?
this was so long ago. Don't quote me on this, but I think he was like, "Oh, marry me" or something, and she's like, "Oh, okay, dude." Like, weird.
No,
Was it? Oh, it was a guy.
Yeah, it was a guy, and then he just killed her. Like, it's
Fucking
crazy.
hell.
Like, this
What,
can
he
happen
shot
to
her?
anyone. Dude, I really don't remember. You guys can Google this, but like, it was all over the news when it happened.
Jeez. Oh my gosh, that's terrifying. And
man.
I bet, well, if this was a long time ago, I bet it's because they didn't have good security because she was a YouTuber and they were like, they're not celebrities.
Yeah.
I think she had security, but they just didn't do like, metal
Yeah, they didn't
checks.
think about that. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it's
Yikes.
crazy.
I think
Yeah.
people forget that celebrities are real people and they're just kind of like these literal like idols, like they're like statues or like
Yeah.
dolls, like they're not real humans and they're like you can just do whatever you want to them. So if you
Yeah,
kill
I
them,
think it's just, I'm not justifying anybody's actions. I just think it's one of those like, check out the log in your own eye first kind of things. Like if any of these people criticizing them was put in the same situation where they had everything in their life being recorded and watched, they were probably going to make just as many mistakes, if not way worse, because they're shitty people. So it's like, I don't know. But it was like, there was another one that came to mind. Did you see everyone was on Jerry Seinfeld for a few years ago because he was at some awards thing, and I forget
Kesha.
which Kesha came up
She
to
asked for a
like hug him.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "No thanks, I'm good." And she's like, "Oh," and he's like, "No, I'm good." And like she like
and
walked
she's like,
away.
please, and please.
And he was like, and the guy with the mic was like, "Well, that was Kesha," and he's like, "I don't know who that is." Like,
yeah,
and
he
everyone was like,
"Well,
"You piece of shit," and I'm like, he didn't.
It's
Even if it was
understandable.
someone that, even if he knew who she was,
You're not obligated to hug people. Like, I get it. Like, ooh, big fan, but like, still. Like,
But again, the other
If
way
I-
around. If you say that is okay, then what you're saying is it's okay for a guy to come up and just hug a singer, and that's wrong. They're both wrong.
uppy."
What?
mommy uppy.
I don't know what that means.
Nick's doing like the mommy uppy hand signal.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay,
Nick wants.
I'm just
Nick
learning
wants
these
uppy.
things.
Yes.
I don't think this is like a regular thing. It's just like what babies do. Like you're like, oh, I'm just learning this. Have you ever seen a child when they like grab at their
Yeah.
mom and they put their
They
hands
just
up?
do this.
Right.
Yeah, and they're like up.
Mommy uppy. I don't blame any celebrity for being standoffish when they encounter like a fan that's just like really in their face when it's outside of a meet and greet. Because like you don't know the motives of anyone. I don't blame them. I genuinely like the Seinfeld thing. I don't blame him.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Levine. I don't blame him. Like it's the fact that they're like getting on these like artists and comedians just because oh you didn't show that person affection. Like dude, you're not obliged to.
Yeah.
Obligated.
Right. I mean, if that happened to me on stage, like especially for something like a song where you kind of have to get in a mindset of like you're doing
You're
it. Like if that
performing.
happened, I'd have to stop at least for 5 minutes or something. Like I couldn't just go back to doing it. That would like my heart would be fucking pumping, and I would just like be trying to stave off a panic attack. Like I just don't
And then
think people
people get
realize how big
mad
of a deal
when
it
they
is.
cancel shows. Like people are like, "Never mind, I'm throwing up. We have to cancel." And fans are like, "Boo! I paid money." And I'm like, "Yo, get your money back.
Get the
Calm
money
down."
back. Jim
Please.
Gaffigan came to Bloomington, Illinois once, and we went to go see it. And I'm pretty sure he didn't say it out loud to us, but I forget how we found this out. But he basically told someone, he's like, "I'm never coming back here," because like the behind the stage was like they did such a bad job like hosting him, and there was like a kitchen fire that he was almost in. Like it was this whole thing. And he's like, "I'm never coming back here." And everyone was like, "Oh, fuck you." And I was like, there was a fire. I think he's justified in not going back. Come on. No, go back into the fire. If the building's on fire, you give your stand up. You are a machine. You do things for me. I pay money. You are mine. Like
Something that's crazy about Jim Gaffigan is that he's like a friend, like a family friend of my
What?
friend. So I see
Oh,
him
I
at
was
like
like,
our
of you?
local. No, not of me.
No.
So I see him at our local burger place sometimes.
What?
the fuck, dude? You just thought now to share this? The fuck, dude?
It's just a fun little fact.
just a fun
I've seen
little-
him do more voice acting roles recently, and I think
That's
he's
good.
really good at that.
He has a
He's
distinct
good.
voice, so it works.
Well, and he can do other voices, so like it took me a second to hear him in some other trailer for something, but I was like, oh, that's Jim Gaffigan. But I was like, good for him. That's fine.
Good for him.
Get me a job. Anyway.
Give me a job, please.
There's somebody
please.
that I met from Byte that I was friends with for a while. He's an actor, and he lives in like I forget, New Mexico or something like that. But he's personal friends with Bob Odenkirk, and they've been friends for like forever. And I may be getting this wrong, but I mean, we were like, and he was like, like that they.
Daniel's like, I have posters of him. I love
was
you.
like, oh, you do? Adopt me, but like,
adopt me. You're my background.
When
You're
he
my
occasionally
screen.
is like his line double, like they go with lines back and forth, and he eventually was in an episode of Better Call Saul for like 10 seconds or something like that. But he was a character that had some lines, and he told me he was going to be in one, and I was like, I'll keep a watch out, but I completely forgot about it. But like as the credits were going through, I was like, oh, it's his name, and then I was like looking for him the whole episode, and I was like, there he is. But it was cool. He did a good job.
Cool.
He did a good job, even for 2 lines. Like I told him, like it could have just been whatever, but I mean, I don't know. The way he delivered it, he kind of nailed it, because he was supposed to be like this kind of, like kind of clueless nursing home person, because he's wheeling what's his name out on the bell, and he's coddling him, and I was like, that's perfect. That's perfect. Doesn't even know that this guy's like a fucking drug kingpin.
I think I've seen that episode.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's a really good show. I would go so far as to say it's the best drama on TV. It's so fucking good. Anyhow.
I thought you were going to continue.
Sorry, I didn't want to bore people with. I mean, you guys really have. You've only seen half of it, and Nick hasn't seen it, and I didn't want to spoil anything, so I don't really have a whole lot more to say. The award shows are fake anyway, so it pisses me off that none of them have gotten Emmys or anything, just because and it's weird to me because Breaking Bad was such a huge hit with people, almost too big a hit, so they were getting all of the fucking Emmys, and this time around it's like, nah,
none.
We've run out. But I was like, I like this way better than Breaking Bad. Nothing against Breaking Bad, but it's just Breaking Bad, if you've seen it, I mean, it's good and you want to see the next episode, but I mean, it's dark and everybody sucks. And your favorite characters die, and the people that end it are they're just not good people. You're kind of watching these people's descent into greed, which is kind of the point of the show. So it's a good ending, and I really liked the last episode finally. But I mean, it's just kind of hurts you to get through it. You're just watching people's lives fall apart. And then Better Call Saul, he's just so much more of a, I don't know if relatable is the right word, empathetic protagonist. You want him to do well, and he's trying so fucking hard. And there's just a lot going on. And it's all your favorite people, all my favorite people from Breaking Bad in it. And they're not going to die because this is the prequel.
Yeah, so, it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Their death hasn't happened.
I just think there have been some really good dramatic moments that I hope the people that worked on them feel good about them, because they definitely have not gotten the kind of overall respect that I think it deserves. There's been some really good stuff, but
I don't understand how award shows work, because I feel like
they're kind
some
of
the
bought.
crappiest I was gonna say some of the crappiest stuff wins. I know the Oscars are typically that one's highly people are like, oh, this one's a big deal, but I feel like all the other ones I'm like, oh, that show's kind of poo-poo. Why did that win at the Golden Globes? And stuff that I've seen an episode of, and I'm like, that's acted poorly. That was shot poorly, and then it's and the winner is this one because it has a celebrity in it that everybody likes. Yay!
Right. Best cameo appearance. Woo!
Yeah.
It's I get the Oscars and I get the Emmys because it's movies and TV, but past that, get rid of all the rest. I don't know why. Well, Golden Globes is okay, not the Tonys, but Golden Globes is all of them. I mean, I still don't understand why the Golden Globes exists. It's
and then the Grammys is the worst thing. They always pick the stupidest music.
Yeah, I've never seen it, and I don't care about Grammys. And I could not care less. But I hear every year how people hate them because they never turn out right. That being said, I still watch the Oscars.
If Daft Punk wins.
2013 was a good Grammy year, just
That's me though. I'm look how many Grammys Lady Gaga has, and then and then it's anybody else wins a Grammy. It's the year To Pimp a Butterfly came out. It was clearly that was an amazing
album. Oh, sorry, I don't know songs of stuff.
It was
went over my head.
It was an amazing album, and then some poo poo artist won, and I was like,
Macklemore.
Oh, it was Macklemore! It was best rap album or something like that.
He went against Kendrick Lamar, Kanye West, and Jay-Z.
Yeah, and it's the greatest
Someone
rappers.
else.
Yeah.
Didn't
and
he
then
try to give it away? Okay, I feel like this is just coming back to me. Not because I've seen it, because I thought I heard someone talking about it. I may have this completely wrong, but didn't Macklemore get up there and was like, this isn't, I don't know.
I think Adele
Tell me.
did that.
Yeah, I don't know
Eilish
why
did that as
Adele
well.
did that, because, like, the year, it was, like, Adele was like, Beyonce, I love you so much, I want you to win this so badly, and I was like, Beyonce's album wasn't good that year. Just because you like Beyonce doesn't mean she deserved the album. I understand you love her, but her album wasn't that good.
Well, that's the problem with the whole thing, because people love artists and people love actors, and they think just because they love them, they should get it. And it's like, I don't know. That's not how that works.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that. But regarding the Macklemore thing, this is the way I took it, and I don't know how the Grammys really operates because it's different every year. Isn't it, like, the most commercially successful and, like, with the most radio play? Because that album that Macklemore won the Grammy, like, half the songs were on the radio. Like,
that's true.
That's why I thought he
year.
won. And then people were like, popular. It is Macklemore. Like, yeah, I get it, but, like, look at all his songs. They're, like, blaring at every school dance.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
that
why
is
I
true.
thought. That's the only reason. I don't know.
That's fair.
Well, it's weird how that
like,
works, right? Because a popularity contest in the Grammys is not what people want, but that's what they want in the Oscars. It's really goofy, right? It's kind of bizarre.
Dude, I don't know.
People want more art stuff in the Grammys, and they just want Oscars to be. But at the end of the, that's why I think it's weird. Like, they're made for the people that are there, and not really for anybody outside of that. You know what I mean? It's just kind of...
it's supposed to be among their peers, but I feel like it's not a lot of the time. I feel like it's a very select group. Like, wasn't Meatloaf, like, didn't he vote for, like, the Oscars for a really long time, and he starred in, like, one thing? So...
Oh, I don't... Who's that? Is that a person?
Meatloaf?
Yeah. So
artist?
I guess I'm just learning everything today.
Dude, come on. Where have you been?
Well, but I thought you said this was an actor. He was in something?
He wasn't an actor, but he was in, like, one thing that won an Oscar, I think. So that was why he was part of, like... Yeah.
No,
I didn't know that. That's weird.
Yeah,
like
like
a guitar, like a rock band leader.
Yeah, he was a
like,
rock star.
The 80s?
Uh-huh.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm dumb. I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
What a guy.
Meatloaf.
I feel like if I got famous, people would call me a hypocrite because, like, I don't like... It's just they're not done right, and it's just kind of all staged, the whole thing. But like, I would love to be there. just like,
love.
Well, like it's like movies that I shit on, or not shit on, but movies that I'm like, these aren't good movies. Like, they're just, I'm sorry to everyone in them, but they're not good. Like, I would love to be in it because it'd be so much fun. It's like, I don't know, it's like playing soccer. I despise watching soccer. It's boring. For me, I don't like it. I love playing
roasting every soccer fan.
I'm just saying, I don't know. I love playing a ton of sports. Watching them, I can't. I don't know why. I feel like that's the way it is with the Oscars. Like, I feel like I can still say, like, I think this whole thing's kind of, whatever. But, like, I would fucking love to be there. I don't know.
Well, being there would be so different because there's just all these celebrities, like, hanging out. And you also get those fancy gift bag things.
They're worth like $200 each or something.
Like more than that. I think sometimes like $2,000 value of the stuff inside. So
yeah,
it's like they have like schmancy stuff inside.
So when Nick's up for a Grammy, Juliana, we're gonna have to flip a coin or something for who's gonna be his plus one.
Not like his wife or
even
anything.
when he's like married at that point in time, we're gonna be like, no, she's gone.
No,
it's gonna be her or me.
You guys just wear a really long trench coat and you guys are like 8 feet tall walking in.
Dude, I'm so short. Yeah, we could do it.
Dude, we could do it. Because you plus me, we'd only be like 6'5". Nick's expecting his wife, and just this monster comes out of a car in a trench coat, and he's like, "Oh my gosh!" Oh.
Like Daniel's the one on top, like I'm holding him, just struggling the whole time.
You've got stronger knees than me, so that'd probably be the arrangement. That'd have to be how it is.
Oh my god!
It'd be me on top, like with some dumb voice, and you on bottom, just practically shitting yourself, trying to hold my weight.
Sir, are you drunk? No.
You just hear from the torso area. You hear like her sound that she does. It's so funny. You just hear that, and you're like, what is this?
I'm hungry.
That comes from the torso. She's trying to imitate a stomach. She's like, I'm hungry. Like, what the fuck was that?
Daniel puts something in his zipper and he's like, no, no, no.
A child. I just grabbed the nearest kid and like put it into the trench coat. Nom, nom.
No, no.
We were hungry. Nick, my husband, let us go inside to the Grammys.
Why are you Venom?
It's Venom.
Let's go inside and get the
Nick's like, okay.
You see Daniel's zipper open and a little hand comes out and grabs a breadstick and goes back in. He just grabbed a breadstick with his penis.
This weekend, one of my friends was like,
Nick's
what
wife
happened?
just grabbed a breadstick with her penis. Wait a minute. Sorry.
One of my friends brought up the Chainsmokers, and the first thing I thought of was Nick. And they were like, whatever happened to the Chainsmokers? And I was like, wasn't there some kind of controversy or something?
Oh,
and
A
then
lot
they're
of
like,
controversy with
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, didn't they do some...
I didn't know
Wasn't there
that.
some cheating stuff? Weren't they doing some crazy stuff?
that, but they also like were tweeting out. Well, they first tweeted out back in like 2011, like, yeah, we want to get famous so we can have lots of sex or something like that.
Yeah. It was like a lot of weird stuff with women.
And then like they were watching the Grammys and they were live tweeting and they're like, oh, Gaga should be raped or something like that, and it's like,
What?
ew. Yeah, they tweeted.
They
it was
said
all
that?
over. Yeah, it was all over.
Yeah, they
Twitter.
were crazy.
Fuck.
And
They
like
were-
people loved them and they're like, we ain't never getting older.
Oh,
and I
I'm
was
never
like, yeah.
playing their songs again. I didn't fucking know that. Not that I did anyway, but comes on at a party, I'm
I'm
smashing
gonna
that
throw
shit.
out my Chainsmoker CD.
Yes, I'm throwing out all my Chainsmokers on vinyl. Never getting older. Cracks it over my knee. No, sir, we won't be having Chainsmokers in this house.
I just love that.
No.
I just love the idea of there's like a fancy party and they're playing Chainsmokers on vinyl.
On vinyl.
Hors d'oeuvres, champagne.
Champagne.
Chainsmokers on vinyl, dude. Ah, yes, we are never getting older.
But Wesley, have you heard? They tweeted that they'd rather rape Lady Gaga. Oh my gosh. Throw out the vinyl,
I
Jeeves.
never.
Toss it out in the snow. I would never. I mean, I'm rich and I'm white, so I have, but, you know, I would hypothetically never.
Stop.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they just... and then all their music just sounds the same, so...
But
Oh
Nick is
man,
their
how am I
number
going to
one
break
fan.
this to my mom?
Yeah.
She's a fan.
Chainsmokers.
She doesn't listen to much like regular pop, but when that one song came out, what was it, the Superman one? Remind me, I don't even know the fucking song.
I'm not familiar.
There's
I don't-
one
I
about a
don't really know the
superhero.
song.
There's one about a superhero that's theirs, and she loved that song, so now I've got to break it to her that they wish people were raped.
Oh no.
And she will find them and be like, I'm disappointed
What's
in you.
crazy is that like people try to cancel them, but they were so popular on the radio at the time that they're like, no, but they
Yes.
made the song. They made the song.
Dude.
It's on the radio. So
it
they're
was
still
like
around.
everything on the radio for a while was Chainsmokers, and
Yes,
I was like,
I remember that.
I can't get away from it. Was like 21 Pilots and Chainsmokers and Halsey.
Did 21 Pilots have a controversy? People were mad at them too, I thought. I don't know anything about anything, so
I
this
don't
is
know.
my
I don't know.
learning session.
Probably cheating again. I don't know. I feel like all the like rock star guys always cheat on their girlfriends, and people are shocked, and I'm like, well, I'm not. So
Yeah, I don't know. I just know DJ controversies.
That's funny.
DJ Khaled.
Fuck you.
Speaking of, he played a EDC, I think it was, and if you guys aren't familiar, EDC is just a
Yeah.
festival with nothing but
At
DJs.
Vegas?
But someone it's in Vegas.
Yeah, my
And someone
friends.
invited DJ Khaled there for some reason, just because he has DJ in the name. And he just played
It's
like all of the
EDM.
song. He'd play like 30 seconds of each song, and then just like go like this on his turntable. So it would just go, and then he'd start another song and play 30 seconds, and no one was like vibing with it. No one was dancing. People started booing him at the end, and then he's
That's
like,
hilarious.
and then he's like, "I'm never coming back to EDC," and he just left.
Hey,
And
his
everyone's
music
like,
is not the
"Yay."
type of like EDC is all robot sex noise music, and that's what my friends like. You know what? I like to tease them for it. It's fine. No, they like it. They like a lot of house music. It's fine. But DJ
Two different
Khaled's
things.
music.
There's robot sex and there's house music.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically,
The-
anything that Nick puts on a story, I'm like, I'd rather be there right now.
But like DJ Khaled's not like that at all. So
But no,
that's
it was
so
just so funny because it's like a lot of DJs, they'll like if they have a popular song and people know the lyrics, they'll turn down like the music and people will just sing the lyrics like out loud. And it's pretty cool because there's like a whole crowd of people all singing the lyrics all together. DJ Khaled tried, he's like, sing along! And it's just silence and then you hear,
oh my gosh.
Boo!
I don't care if people I don't care if people deserve those moments or not. I cannot watch them. It makes me internally die. Like those moments of like public cringe. Like that video where Ninja tries to get the January 1st crowd to start flossing. I can't watch
I'm not seeing enough movement.
It murders me.
I feel like
time.
that is a moment that belongs in a time capsule. Like of that.
So good. I love
Yeah, they put a bunch of dumb shit in a time capsule. I'm like, we could find this shit on the internet in however many years. You need to put some real shit in there.
Put the Ninja New Year's Eve video.
Ninja New Year's Eve video.
On a USB stick.
Yeah, if you want something that defines that year, to me,
We're
that
such
is...
shitty people. We're like, take out the document that says we won't be racist. Put in the ninja video of the flossing. Put in that one.
Put in the
Send
real
yourself to
stuff.
aliens.
I just think it's adorable that politicians either A, they actually believe it, which is stupid, or B, they're just doing it to get reelected, which is 99% of the fact. But like they'll be like, we're putting in this document in this time capsule that says for all those people in the future to remind them not to be racist and sexist. I'm like, what do you think they're gonna listen to a fucking paper they dug out of the ground? You fucking moron.
To remind them,
slurs.
we will now, you know what?
We should probably let all the people go we've chained up, on our plantations. Just because of the fucking time capsule from Joe fucking Biden's presidency. That's gonna do
I
it.
don't understand. Why are people so hyped up on being like, yeah, end racism, we're not racist anymore? And I'm like, but a lot of people are, so we can't say,
Wait, who says that? What do you mean?
Everybody's like, this is the most tolerant generation, and I'm like,
No, wait, who said that?
Who hasn't
all
said
I hear
that?
is that it's the worst
It's
now.
a common thing that you hear.
Everybody says like
That's not what I
everyone's
hear.
super tolerant right now, and I'm like, I think everyone's the most divided they've ever been. If you actually pay attention to shit, then you would notice.
Definitely.
No.
I think I understand what they mean in terms of like the generations growing up. They're kind of like being more accepting in terms of like the LGBTQIA community and minorities and their like acceptance. Like, yeah, sure, but all the older generations, dude, that's so split that like it's insane. There's no.
It's so bad.
I don't know.
It's a scary fucking world. There was someone that I know that she was talking to me about the place that she works. It's like a smaller company, but because it's a small country and just where she lives, it's just and it's like STEM based, right? So I mean, she's already on her own, unfortunately, and it's just a bunch of like 60-year-old white guys, and like every day is things like, we're only listening to what you say because you're hot, or like because Joe likes blondes or something. And I'm like, oh man, there's only so much of that I could listen. Yeah, in today's day and age, I mean,
there's so much like that happens all the time though. Like if you're a chick who actually works in a predominantly like male area, it's just so prevalent. Like that's how it was when I worked at the Mariners all the time.
Yeah,
like,
I believe you. It's
Thanks.
awful. I'm such a dick for saying we have to switch to the notes after this. But Nick said he had a hard stop, so I didn't want to miss the notes this time since I did last time. Although
Yeah, Lively, shut up. We don't care. Anyway, here's some funny notes from our Patreon.
It's some funny notes.
Stop talking about women's rights issues.
No.
We're tolerant now. We're tolerant now.
No, Lively, we
they're
love
equal.
You. Lively, we love you.
Stop talking about Adam Driver's rights. He doesn't deserve any. Just kidding.
Oh my god. Adam Driver's like, oh, this is on my recommend.
This is what the fuck? He made it
man.
an hour and a half into this, and he's like, I just wasted all my time. This is how he sounds to me. He probably doesn't sound anything like that, but that's my impression.
Never change it.
Oh, golly. All right. So we got, this is fucking complicated. So let's, oh boy, I'm doomed. Okay. So C-Clan's first message here.
Oh boy.
I'll just wait. It's going to get complicated. Okay. So first message, I got a fucking bone to pick with you, Pequeños.
Okay.
I'm really fucking peeved, dude. First of all, you keep claiming that these are all read organically on the podcast. I can prove that to be false. A few weeks back, I sent a message calling Faux Hawk was a great idea a cuck, and letting the world know that you derive sexual pleasure from wearing diapers. Naturally, this got you all hot and worked up, so you had to excuse yourself for a few minutes. Once you got back, you responded to my message prior to the podcast, describing my message as eloquent and beautiful. Now, a real man would have had a hard time being able to praise something he hadn't read. So in your attempt to emulate the mannerisms of an alpha male with a Sigma grind set, you read my message and gave your thoughts on it. Checkmate, you fucking moron.
Get owned.
Continues. I don't have many things in life. I have my health, my family, my fucking bad-lack, stupid piece of shit bitch girlfriend who I hate. And this podcast. You didn't ask for a message last episode, and that has had a huge impact on my life. Aww.
Look what you did.
Due to the anguish you put me through, I haven't been able to think about anything else. I lost my job. The property manager is kicking me out of my apartment. My girlfriend is cheating on me with even more guys than before. Do you even know how it feels to come home to your own apartment to find a hat on your doorknob? It doesn't feel great. I feel like I've been hurled down an endless flight of stairs. You've sent me into just a perpetual state of falling, and I am eventually going to hit the ground, man. I fell down to earth from 100 miles way ago, and somehow I still make it work. But it's overrated and somehow played out. One last thing. Who would win in a fight, Pequeno or my will to go on? Keep in mind I've already lost. My Twitter is at posting the same pic until Pequeno rights his wrongs.
Daniel, you were supposed to sing one of those lines.
Yeah,
I'm supposed to sing it? What?
Lyrics.
Where?
Oh, the tree lyrics, dude.
Oh,
Don't
no.
you know
What
that
did I
Nick
do?
is in the comic? He's literally in the comic
Fuck.
book.
What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Where was I supposed to
You're
sing?
such a fake friend, Daniel.
Oh, dude.
Nick is your friend is in the comic book.
What are we talking about? I'm so
Oliver
confused.
Tree, dude.
You don't
He sent
listen
you
to any
Oliver
of-
Tree lyrics.
You don't
What did
listen
I
to any
do?
of Nick's interests. You are a fake friend.
What did I do? I'm confused. Wait, I didn't listen to what?
Okay, in that note, there was a little section where it was literally straight up Oliver Tree lyrics.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I need
I
help.
fell down to earth
From 100 miles away and somehow.
Gotcha.
until
Chimed in with the "Haven't you people
Yep.
ever heard of?" That's
Yeah, that's how you were supposed to sing it.
thank
Yeah,
you.
dude, come on.
The second message of his. This is going to be interesting. So, Kamikaze
Second
Jaguar,
message of his.
Kamikaze Jaguar, and C-Clan 2's second message is a combo message. So let me just read it. It says, Kamikaze Jaguar and I have collaborated on this message, and we wrote it in a special way for 3 special people. We alternated words. The first word of my message is the first word of our collective message. The first word of Kamikaze Jaguar's message is the second word of our message, and so on. Read our second messages at the same time up until the hashtags. Start with mine. Here it goes.
This sounds
Oh,
confusing.
I'm so fucking doomed. Okay. Oh fuck. Okay.
You have to read them back and forth.
Yeah. My brain is not gonna move very fast. Let me zoom in a little bit here. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. You picked the wrong person for this. I'm so fucking dumb. Okay. Who?
This is going really well. Nick was like, I have a hard stop
Who-
at exactly
who-
this
okay,
moment right now.
Who
Daniel's
do
only at who.
you think you are? You dick sucking. Foreign car. Wait, okay, I fucked up already.
Another one.
I already know what it is. Daniel,
Another one.
Shit.
Daniel, you have to sing it.
I have to sing it?
Who do you think you are?
Oh, this is
You're
another
sucking
song lyric?
dick for a foreign car.
Yeah, it says burr.
Better
Yeah.
make that call. It says burr.
Take that call. They
I just love that you
want-
don't know this.
they want you at
At work.
work.
So,
So, girl,
Go do
Go.
your job.
do your job. Juliana. Hit Juliana or no, hit or miss.
Oh, they want me to sing it. Oh.
Hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh?
You got.
You sing it. You do it better.
I was like, what are they saying? You got a boyfriend, I bet he doesn't kiss ya.
Aw.
He gon' find another girl and he won't miss ya. He gon' skirt then hit the dab like Wiz Khalifa. Yeah, you play with them balls like it's FIFA.
Okay, oh fuck.
You won every ladder, you're the leader.
Yeah, that, what's the one? Okay, you...
Oh, they're still going?
Yeah, you used...
Oh my god, are they doing the whole song?
You
think
used
so.
You used to work at Whataburger, now you pop that pussy for the Warner
Oh, was that the
Brothers.
continuation of the song? Okay, I just
Yeah.
didn't ever hear the rest of it. Okay, that was the whole thing. Keep going with the end of that. I don't know the end of the song. This is gonna be a lot quicker if you do it. What's after the Whataburger?
What's after the Whataburger?
No, you pop your pussy for the Warner Brothers.
Oh, okay, yep, that's what... Something about a kitty.
Yeah, bet that kitty,
kitty
real
tired.
tired. That kitty look like a flat tire. Yeah.
Nice. All right. So then that was great. That was beautiful. I love that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that must have taken so much work and time. I hope
I
I didn't
know,
mess
right?
it
I was
up.
like-
I'm so sorry. Oh, that had to take fucking forever. Holy shit. How'd you even do that? I'm trying to think of the logistics of this. Would you just like call each other and like say which
They
word
were
you were
probably
typing?
just on a Discord chat or something.
They
That's
probably
fucking
typed it out and then
complicated.
just put one word for each document, like copy
Oh
and
my
paste it.
god.
That's so fucking complicated. Wow. Well, jeez. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't fuck it up. The end
You
of the
did.
note.
Yeah. You don't know any of the songs,
So much.
Daniel.
I
Why
really
don't you
did.
know
I
the
really
meme
don't know him.
songs?
I really did fuck it up. Ah,
How do you
shit.
not know Mia Khalifa? Come on. Dude.
Mia Khalifa, Mia Khalifa.
Completely unrelated, but who would win in a fight, Juliana or Mia Khalifa?
She would smother
Keep
me
in
with
mind,
her
Mia
boobs.
Khalifa
Like,
survived.
I would just
Keep-
suffocate.
Keep in mind, Mia Khalifa survived a hockey puck to the titty at like 70 miles an hour. My Instagram handle is comrades don't be in the cap. Should I read that? I don't know what that means. Comrades don't be in the Capitol building on December 20th, 2021.
Oh.
know what that
Oh no. Was that a threat?
We're on a list.
I guess
We're
I
on
will
a
cut that part out. The second part of Kamikaze's one was completely underrated, but all three.
Second part, so that they all get two because you scammed them out
Yeah.
of one. Ah, I see.
So completely unrelated, but all three of you had to impress. If all three of you had to impress a conference of every president of the United
Impregnate.
States by crossbreeding a hybrid of 3 vegetables, 2 fruits, and a root, what would this monstrosity consist of? Hold on. But if all three of you had to impress a conference of every president in the United States by crossbreeding a hybrid of 3 vegetables, which includes 2 fruits and a root, what would this monstrosity consist of? This feels
Apples,
like...
watermelons, and carrots.
Wow, you guys are good at this.
You guys are good at this.
I don't think I can even name a fucking root.
You don't know
Potato?
any root? Potato?
Potato, strawberry,
Ew.
and...
Mmm.
Come after what everyone else just said. Fuck you. You're gonna. This question set me up. I said 2 things, and you were like, "Ew, what kind of fucking idiot are you?
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with
You're
you?"
using potato as your base. Hello? You want
Alright.
potato in your
Nothing.
fruit shake?
All right, fucking what's his name? The chef guy. Calm down.
You're gonna put a strawberry with a fucking potato, you fucking dunce!
You fucking tan up. That's another
tan
root.
up.
That's a root, Daniel.
I gave you 2 fruits and you picked the
Anywho,
So you have to impress presidents? Ooh, didn't George Washington like cherries?
Trump.
Didn't he
Trump
have a
would like
cherry
the
tree?
strawberry and potato monstrosity.
He'd like the
3
orange.
potatoes.
You're hired.
Butter.
This feels like something I could
Vegetables.
stick my dick into. I approve. I approve. Quite probably I would have preferred carrots, okay? Quite probably we're looking into it, but this looks like a potato, okay? Kamikaze's second message. I want to start off by asking a question. Juliana, what alkalinity of water gives you the most anxiety?
Fresh.
The look on your face.
All.
Alkalinity. So like, I don't know what that, I get like spicy water or regular water.
Spicy water.
Flint, Michigan water.
Sparkling. That one's pretty.
True. Yeah, that one's...
I told my friend who's like obsessed with coconut water that the texture of it reminds me of water that has been in someone else's mouth already, and he was just chugging it, and he was like, "Does that make me like this more?" Because it does. And I was like,
How do you know what water in someone else's mouth tastes like, Juliana? Moving on.
Just-
Nick, what vegetable gives you the most anxiety? Okay, that's your question.
celery because my dad made celery juice for like a solid 6 months straight, and the way you make celery juice is you literally blend down an entire stalk of celery and put it in a cup.
Yeah.
You get this cute little goop. And I got that served to me 6
They
a.m.
also
every
remind
day.
me of like the bones of like if a vegetable, if there was like a vegetable human, that
They
would
also
be like
remind
the bone
me of the
structure.
bones of humans past. Okay, anyway.
All right.
They remind me of
Alright.
bones.
I would have to agree because, like, I don't know. I even screwed up my jaw at some point because I like chewed food so hard. But even celery, I couldn't. You could never like get all the way through it. It would always just. You'd basically pull two
fibrous.
pieces apart, yeah, and you're just left with the fucking strings. It's
Yeah,
disgusting.
the fibers are all.
Yeah, no.
Mm.
Okay, my question: what came first, the pickle or the cucumber? Oh boy, I would have said cucumber, right? Isn't pickle like an old cucumber?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Yay!
You're
VeggieTales prepared me for this moment. Some might call me a philosopher, but the answer to each question lies in each other's questions. Oh, thank you for your time, Pequeno Cast. You can find me on Twitter at CrazySwayze. P.S. Where do you think all the languages came from?
Aliens.
I think it came from the guy that said
literally
aliens
had-
on the History Channel. All right, next note. The two from I said Foxhawk, and he corrected me and said it's Faux Hawk.
Faux hawk.
Mhm,
Yeah, I
guess
know. My
everyone knew
friends
this.
were all saying, "Why does
Oh, of
Daniel
course.
say that when it clearly says faux hawk? Like the way it's spelled is clearly faux hawk." And I'm like, I'm gonna let him keep saying it because I know one day
Don't
someone
let me
will
keep
correct
being an
him.
idiot, please.
No, because you
Ah,
always
people
you
are making
always do
fun of me
this.
this whole time.
And I knew you would have this exact
Note
reaction.
one: what is the best TV show ever?
I have 2 posters behind me.
Well, because this is
one?
my TV wall, so I've got 6 behind me, so you only see a couple of them. But I don't know. I can't even
Psych.
say favorite. I'd have to go by category, but just for sake of time, best drama. We just talked about this is Better Call Saul. I think, in my opinion, that or Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot was fucking incredible.
Arrested Development seasons 1 through 3, or Nathan For You, the whole thing.
Oh, Nathan For You's good. I like Nathan For You. My favorite TV show was iZombie, but it's really cringe, so it's more of like a guilty pleasure thing. I know it's not the best TV show.
I would love to watch an episode with you though, because I'm never gonna watch it on my own. But I need to see it at some point just to say I've seen it.
I love
right.
it.
Note 2: is Cinnamon a good stripper name, and if not, what's a better one? Asking for a friend. This is a good
No,
question.
powdered milk.
Crystal Methany.
No lady exists.
Yeah, I know.
What would my stripper name be?
It has to be something with
Red
rosy
cheeks?
cheeks.
Rosie. Ooh.
Hey, Rosie.
Rosie. That sounds like a fucking. Sounds like an old farmer woman. That's Rosie. She used to milk the family cows. Come over here. Kiss my rosy boobs.
Oh.
My middle
Sorry.
name is Rose.
Well,
Ooh.
everyone makes mistakes.
It's a very basic middle name. Boring.
No, Rose is good. That's a good middle name. I like it.
6 of my friends also have Rose as a middle name.
Exactly,
You're
I was
not
like-
unique.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
The last 2 notes from Turntable Troglodyte. Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Give a man bubonic plague and you're charged with a war crime. What the shit's up with that? If anyone should be charged with a war crime, it should be those people behind the Walmart frosted cookies, not me. If you guys could siphon some of your Patreon money to pay off my bail, that would be very aromatic to my senses. A next note, Dom Hoffman. Dom Hoffman looks like the kind of person to drink mustard and stick his finger through a McDonald's lid.
True.
Speaking of Vine, I hired my imaginary friends to lock out my roommate since he left me once again, just like Uncle Billy Bob did to escape the feds. The landlord says no pets, so I shave off my beard every 2 months and spread it across the room to trick myself into thinking I have a dog. Church of Scientology. Church of Scientology wants my body, but I did the dare rap and they left me alone. John Travolta! Oh my gosh, he did it
People can't
again!
Tell me what to do.
I swear, this is the 3rd time that Turntable Troglodyte has referenced something that we've talked about in this episode.
In the episode.
Do you remember this?
He's psychic.
I'm freaked out.
Yeah,
I'm
they
a little
did that.
freaked out. John Travolta's face is a fat cereal box that I would never eat from, and Tom is cruising to the retirement home. Sploogle is the last word.
Are you sure this person doesn't write these like as they're listening? They have like a mic in your house.
It's actually time-stamped in this video, Sunday, 12:27 p.m., so I know it wasn't a few minutes ago. I'm a little scared. You can follow me at Señor Pequeños on every single social media, I think. And then Snapchat is at Daniel Smalls 1. It's the only one I can't fucking change, unfortunately. And then our podcast has social medias at Pequeno Pod on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Yeah. Nick, where are you at?
I have no swag 97 on Instagram. I have no swag 98 on TikTok. Nick Ochoa on YouTube. I have no swag on Snapchat.
Juliana, we're 10 episodes in, and not once have you successfully shouted yourself out. Can you do it today?
No.
All right. That's the end of this podcast episode. What's your Instagram at? Every time, I swear, okay, you don't have like very many followers on Instagram because you don't post enough. You don't let people know you have it. But with as few followers as you have, your videos still get just as many views as mine. That's how much people love your fucking videos. And you don't fucking realize it. You're like, no one wants to see it. Everybody wants to see them. Everybody wants to see them. No one wants to see my fucking face. They want to see yours, okay?
Nope.
Get over yourself. What's your Instagram? It's at livelihood, but there's a dot between the O's.
There's an underscore
zeros.
between the O's, and the O's are
it looks
zeros.
like boobs.
It's linked. I don't know why we say these things. They're all linked below. If you just go below, like in Spotify, they're just hyperlinks. They take you right there. I like your hair, by the way, Juliana. We've said this a few times, but
I
I like your hair too.
Thank you.
Daniel, I like your hair too.
Aw,
It's
I like your hat,
disgusting.
Nick. It's
Nick always
compliment
has
time.
the best hats. I fucking love it.
Nick has the best fits. Nick's fits go hard.
They do. I need him to shop for my wardrobe. Can you imagine if I wore something that Nick picked out completely? I might even have a girlfriend.
Nikki.
Can we do
What'd you say?
Can we
What?
make that a reality? Can I buy
Yes,
you
please.
a shirt?
Anywho, Nick, we've got to let you go. I'm very sorry. School is
good,
way
man,
more
it's good.
important than this dumbass shit. If you end up turning your thing in late, just hyperlink the past episode as an excuse in your email. Be like,
I
why
got
were you
taken
late?
out of the class.
This.
They fail you
This heap
automatically.
of garbage.
This heap of garbage, and you
Open with poop.
You made me sit through 30 minutes of Adam Driver just so I could fail you again on this assignment. Fuck you, Nick. Fuck you, dude. I can't. I want to. I will kill someone else for your Christmas card. I need that thing.
I got your Addy, right? Lively,
got
need
your
yours.
All right, everyone on the podcast, my address is.
Honestly, I'll give you my address. You can come by. If you kill me, better off.
Please send a bomb.
Here's Daniel's address. Please send a bomb. That's what I thought you were saying. If we're being honest, it wouldn't even get to me because these people can't place their fucking mail in the right fucking dumbass mailbox. So
they accidentally.
I'm gonna hear an explosion 3 doors back.
Yeah.
Jerry's gonna come flying through the windshield.
Gary,
And,
no, it's Gary Busey.
what? Oh, it's Jerry, but you know,
Oh,
They said Gary.
Gary.
it's a Gary.
Gary goes flying through the window, falls 6 stories, and just gets up. I'm an animal. And runs away, and you're like, ah, you know what? I'm not even surprised, honestly.
He does like the crab walk thing. Like.
But backwards, like a
Yeah.
Like, okay, he just crawled up the wall, and I'm out of here.
The other day when Nick was like, "Oh, your mom's crawling up the wall," and then Daniel was like, "I thought you said crawling out of the wall," and then Nick was like, "Is that any better?"
Yeah, I think so. Someone crawling out of the wall is much worse than
Crawling
someone
up
crawling
is
on the wall.
Yeah, I know, I
Mom.
That means they were living in the wall the whole time. That's terrifying.
Do you guys remember when we were making fun of like her husband? And then that day he died, but like he wasn't even in the hospital or anything. We were just making fun of him for no reason. And we're like, you know what's gonna knock that fucker out?
We did that?
Yeah.
This
and-
makes the lore so much worse. We literally killed all the royals.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing. I was like, Daniel, literally, there is a theme. There's a theme. We were
they're
literally
gonna
like,
pull. Dude, they're gonna figure this out eventually. Fuck, we're in trouble.
someone in the chat was like, I swear if you blow on him, he's gonna turn to dust. And then he died that night, and I was like,
No, he
so
didn't.
bad.
Why didn't
He
I
did.
remember this?
He did. We need to let Nick go. I feel bad now.
Yeah, we need to go.
We need to go.
Love everybody. You guys are
What?
the only reason I'm living. Bye.